this is set up, and this is the graph that I could find to show you how we're doing it, is every 15 degrees. But we want radians. So I'm going to only mark the angles we use. All right? So this would be 30 degrees, which is pi over 6. Can you read that?
Yes.
All right. This would be pi over 3. This would be 2 pi over 3. And this one would be 5 pi over 6. This would be 7 pi over 6. I'm off somewhere, aren't I?
It should be pi over 3, not, I mean, it should be 4 pi over 3 instead of 7 pi over 6. Or no, you put 2 pi over 3.
My 2 pi over 3 are off.
Yeah, your 2 pi and 3 and 5 pi over 6 should be switched. Because, like, if you go up, it goes pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3, pi over 2, and it goes pi over 3, pi over 4, pi over 6. So it should be... Right? Maybe I'm just...
No, I'm right.
Oh, well, then I have no idea.
I'm right. So this is 4 pi over 3.
Yes.
And this one is 5 pi over 3. And this one is 11 pi over 6. I had to hide this from my calculus yesterday.
Find it. 5 pi over 3, you put 5 pi over 7.
Huh?
Put 5 pi over 7 instead of 5 pi over 7.
Well, I think that was a 3. I think my finger didn't make it right.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I will tell you that you will have graph. I'm going to give you graph paper. I'm going to try to show you a piece of it. That has them marked in degrees. Now, you all know how to switch it to radians, don't you?
Yeah.
Because if it's a 60, it's a 3 on bottom. If it's a 30, it's a 6 on bottom. Right? So, you will have a graph. You don't have to come up with all these graphs yourself. Drawing, they all are concentric circles. That would get old, wouldn't it? So, when we have a point, let's do the point, let's see, 3 pi over 4. Okay? Every ring we assume to be 1 unless you tell me otherwise, just like squares of a graph. When you plot a point, you always plot the angle first. This point is said to be r theta. It is no longer x and y. It is r theta. Theta is your angle, r is your radius, or how far out the circle you go. Okay?
Yeah.
So if I want to plot the point 3 pi over 4, I go to pi over 4, which is this red line, and I go out 3. 1, 2, 3. And there's the point.
What? That's crazy.
Is it hard?
No.
Are we going to have to draw each circle?
No, she told us she's giving us a graph.
That's the only thing I was concerned about.
Okay.
I think the circle would mean it's the most.
What if I gave you -2 pi over 4? Instead of, I go to pi over 4, instead of going this way, I go the opposite way.
So it would be equal
negative direction.
So it would be equal to 2 5 pi over 4.
That is correct. It is the same thing as 2 5 pi over 4. So there are several points. Well, every point on the graph, I can name it more than one way. Okay?
But there's only 2 ways, right? Not more than 2.
Well, could I have named it 2 negative 3 pi over 4?
Wait.
Oh, yep,
Would this angle be negative 3 pi over 4?
technically.
3
Yeah.
pi.
So could 2 negative 3 pi over 4 be the same thing?
Yeah.
So actually, and I could keep going.
Yeah. Okay.
I know. You're thinking, wow.
Because you would just
Those
keep.
points, we just name them this way and they're good.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's apply a few more. Make sure you're good. And then that's what we're doing today. How's that?
Nice. I'm cool with that.
I hope.
I saw the lesson plans and I was kind of scared.
Only because you'd never heard of this.
Yeah.
I mean, because is it hard? No. But I told you it was different, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, what if I ask for 4 negative 7 pi over 6? 4 negative 7 pi over 6.
Wait. 4 negative 7.
Always go the angle first.
Negative 7.
Negative 7 pi over 6. Wouldn't that be
Plus. It's more than 1. So it'd be 5 pi over
Here?
6? Yeah.
okay?
It'd be 4.
And it's on this line, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. What if I had negative 3, negative 4 pi over 3? Negative 3, negative 4 pi over 3. Where is negative 4 pi over 3?
Quadrant 3.
Yeah. Oh,
It's a negative, so it's quadrant 2. So it's.
Quadrant 2?
Is it 2 pi over 3?
It's going to be on 2 pi over 3. And where's it going to be?
It's going to be across the circle, so it'll be 5 pi over 3, 3. Or 3 pi over 3.
Oh.
Negative
Right there?
3.
Yeah.
Because it's
Oh,
going
that's
up.
the line.
Because it's negative, I go down. Instead of going towards it, the negative takes me away from it.
This makes sense. I have a feeling I'm going to get a lot of them wrong. You know?
Yes.
You know?
Because it has details in it.
Yeah.
Because it has details in it. Right?
Which
And
we've been
details
over
are
the fact that I'm not good with details in math. Probably why I'm struggling with this class so much.
Okay. I'm going to give you one more. How about 7 3 pi over 2? 7 3 pi over 2. That's going to be bigger than my graph, isn't it?
So what do you do?
Well, I have a choice. I either go off the graph, or I say every circle is 2. Remember on squares, when you do squares and it was too big?
How do
let
you-
each square be 2 or 5 or whatever?
So how would you say that?
Okay, first of all, I would start with a clean graph. Because those points aren't on 2. And then I would say, this is 2, 4, 6,
Okay.
okay?
Yeah.
Now 3 pi over 2 is here. It is this line right here, right?
Yeah.
And if I'm doing that, it's 2, 4, 6, 7. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Now, 7 3 pi over 2. I want 2 other ways to to name that point?
7 to pi over 3.
What?
Oh, nothing. I'm just
Pi
like,
over 2, -7. Or -7 pi over 2.
-7 pi over 2. You all agree?
yes.
What else?
Negative pi over, or 7 negative pi over 2.
7 negative pi over 2?
Yes.
See how it works? Now, when you graph points, you're going to be given, like, problem 5. Has an A, B, C, D. You're going to graph problem 5 on one graph, and you're going to mark each point A, B, C, or D. Does that make sense? Like, this would be A. If B was 4 pi, 4 pi would be 1, 2, right here. So that would be B.
Yeah.
Because remember, if you mark the graph where everyone's 2, it is for every problem in that. Everyone you use that graph on. And then for problem 6, you'll start a new graph. Otherwise, we'll end up with so many points on a graph we can't tell what's what.
Wait, so how many problems do we graph on one graph?
1. But it's like number 5 has A, B, C, D.
Oh, okay. I got it now.
So number 5 on one graph, there'll be 4 points.
Okay.
All right?
Alright. So we don't use